So the livery contest is exactly 1 week away, and there have been some questions coming in I thought would be helpful to go ahead and just address via a video here. If you guys have any other questions, of course, feel free to drop them in the comments below. But let's go on ahead and just jump right into some of the frequently asked questions that have come up in preparation for this livery competition. So the first question is, do I have to create a livery for this contest, or can I use a livery that I've created in the past? And the answer to that is any livery that you submit for this contest needs to be a livery that was created for this contest. It can't be something that you created and shared sometime in the past. So please, only fresh liveries for the sake of this contest. Even if you have something that aligns to one of the themes, most of the rounds are going to be thematic. And so even if you have something that does align, please, let's create new liveries to submit for the contest. All right, so that's the first question. Second question is, do I have to participate in all 4 rounds to be eligible for a prize? The answer to that is no, you don't have to participate in all 4 rounds, but I did give this a lot of thought, and obviously I would like everybody to participate in every round, but I also understand life gets busy. You know, sometimes you're gonna be out of town, you might have to travel for work, you might have family commitments, whatever it may be. You know, sometimes the time just isn't there. So with that, you don't have to participate in all 4 rounds, but you do have to complete at least 3. It's only 4 rounds, right? So if you only participate in 3, and somebody who participates in 4 is going to get more points, just naturally it could happen. But you do not have to participate in all 4 rounds. You do get a bye week in there if you choose to use it. So there will be just a 1 week kind of grace, if you will, if life happens and you can't participate. So only have to participate in 3 rounds to be eligible for a prize. That is question number 2. Question number 3 is, are you going to allow scapes photos? And the answer to that is yes. So aside from the photo standards that I laid out in the launch video or the announcement video, where there's going to be 3 photos, one of them is off center on the front of the car, one is off center on the rear of the car, and then one is a wild card that can be anything that you want. Unless if I specify more specific photo standards for a given round, there's no other photo standards that you have to follow. So you can use scapes photos, you can use race photos, you can just take a screenshot of your livery within the livery editor. That's perfectly fine as well. Whatever you think is going to showcase your livery the best, I encourage you to do that. Can I edit the photo in software like Photoshop, Lightroom, and the like? Honestly, there's no great way for me to check and see if you edited something in Photoshop. Now, if you're obviously like putting in components to your photograph that aren't actually in the livery and you're doing that through Photoshop, like that is not allowed, right? You can't export your photo from Gran Turismo and then add things to it. But if you just want to adjust the color grading, the shading, the clarity, things like that, that's perfectly fine. You're free to use photo editing software to enhance your photo after it's taken in GTscapes. Perfectly fine. All right, this next question is an interesting one. They asked if I would allow custom decals in the contest. And the answer to that is absolutely 100%. We're going to allow custom decals, guys. If you follow my channel, this is something that I'm really passionate about. I have a lot of videos where I have really invested a lot of time to try and teach you guys how to not only make high quality decals for Gran Turismo, but make them compatible, you know, from a file size perspective and format perspective. And so if you're interested in learning that stuff and you want to level up your livery game, check out some of those other videos that I've uploaded in the past. They do use free graphic design software, so you don't have to pay or, you know, download any expensive software to do that. It is a great way to level up your liveries. So no restrictions on decals, guys. You can use any decals that you want in the game, or decals that you create custom specific for this competition. Okay, this user asked, do you discriminate? I only do Putin and Trump designs, and not really sure how to answer that. No, I do not discriminate. If you choose to do Putin and Trump themed liveries, you have to understand that your livery is going to be judged by a jury of your peers. And so if you decide to go that route, some people, you know, you might, you know, it's at your own will. That's all I'll say about that. Some people will support you and some people will not, because that is how politics work. So feel free to do whatever you want as far as your designs go. I will not discriminate. I can't speak for everybody participating in the contest. All right, let's see. Next question. I'm a noob. Should I give this a try? Absolutely. Look, livery contests are actually a great way, in my opinion, to really accelerate your skill set as a designer. The reason why is because it actually goes back to this design challenge that I tried to participate in and failed, unfortunately, because it was way too demanding. But there's this design challenge. It's called like 365 design or something like that, where basically every day you create a new graphic design or complete a new graphic design challenge. And there's a prompt, and you have to follow that prompt and, you know, basically complete your graphic design within the confines or specificity of that prompt. And that's a great way to push you to get outside of your comfort zone, where you might be asked to create a replica livery and you've never created a replica livery. And so maybe you've hopped into Showcase and you've seen some of the replica liveries people have created in the past and you're like, oh yeah, that's nice, no big deal. Not realizing like a replica livery takes just as long to create as a full custom livery. And honestly, sometimes it takes longer because you have to basically conform to a preset standard and you don't know how that person created certain lines or followed body lines or used certain shapes and things like that. And you have to figure that out for yourself. And so putting yourself in those situations where, you know, you have to step outside of your comfort zone, you know, it is a really great way to accelerate your skill set, learn new things, and overall just improve the quality of designs that you're putting out. So is it beginner friendly? Can you participate if you're a noob? Absolutely. We have new people joining the Discord and participating in these contests all the time. If you are a noob, you know, you're even more encouraged to take part in this contest because it's really cool to see the progress from the beginning to the end of the season. So please, you know, don't let being a beginner designer turn you off from a contest like this. It's very inclusive and beginner friendly. And like I said, a great way to improve your design skills. When do we find out what the prizes are? Guys, you'll find out what the prizes are at the end of the contest. Just a little something to recognize you for participating, and for those who do take a win, to recognize you for your efforts and your skill. So more to come. How do I join the Discord, guys? The link is pinned in the announcement video in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments for this video as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. Those were some of the questions that came up since the announcement video. Wanted to go ahead and get those out there. Hope you guys are as excited for the contest as I am. We've got exactly 1 week before we kick things off. So if you haven't yet, definitely do join the Discord and hop over there and check out the announcement video if you haven't seen it yet. But guys, thanks so much for stopping by. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. All right, have a good day. Goodbye.